illegal ham in the face. But bro, where's the banjo?
Some Cleveland sports shows try to give you hot takes, but only one can give you a big old piece of hot ham. Welcome to Illegal Ham to the Face. Talking all Cleveland sports. And don't forget our Fat Boy Tuesday, where we also ham it up with some fun food topics. Without further ado, let's serve up some ham. Here are the Ham Boys, Fatty, and Big Bri.
What is going on, everybody? Big Bri should be in here in a second. But hey, happy NBA playoffs. Happy, what is this, Game 5 Eve? As the Cavaliers play tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN at Detroit. So that's a great game that's going to be going on tonight. I do want to say our show is brought to you by Harold Keel and Lake Erie APA. Also, City Dogs Cleveland. If you cannot adopt a dog from City Dogs, please volunteer, donate, do whatever you can to help out a city dog from City Dogs Cleveland. Near and dear to our heart. Got likes and everybody watching here now. As he's coming in here, there he is. Let's bring him in. Big Bri.
What's happening?
Look at that uniform. You are all decked out and ready to go.
I think this is the first time I've ever worn this uniform. So I had to pull out all the stops, the big guns.
Well, yeah, because they need Game 5 tonight, buddy. They need it.
Could be the last time I wear it too. We'll see.
Well, hey, if they lose tonight, I want you to rip that off of you like the Hulk. All right. I want you to straight Hulk going on it, and I want you to play the real American in the background as you do it.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. That's as bad. You know, what do you want me to do? Burn the jersey?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
LeBron jersey.
I know.
Which we'll get
we can't go through that again. That'll be on Sports Center.
I know. We'll get into
for
that.
A billion years.
So I apologize for everybody. We had lined up a special guest to join us tonight, Coach Lance Riesland, head football coach, a offensive coordinator, works for 92.3 The Fan, also Cleveland.com, was going to join us tonight. He is joining us next week on Tuesday, on our Tuesday show. So I want to apologize to everybody. That's kind of why we moved around schedules and everything. We wanted to kind of pick his brain about the NFL draft, about the Browns and everything else and what's going on with the Browns. So tonight we are diving into the Cavs, obviously, with everything that's going on. Also, Guardians making a trade already.
About it.
Some big news there, which Mike is in here from our MLB Guards cast. The Guardians are on a roll right now. James is in here. Justin chimed in about his wonderful congrats to LaFlop for another NBA record. First father and son duo to be swept in the playoffs. Yep.
Haters gonna hate.
R.I.P. the jersey like immortal Hulk Hogan. Yeah. I started watching that documentary on Netflix. Have you got into that?
I haven't. No, I have not. I guess from what I heard, it's not like the MJ documentary. It gets into maybe some dark spaces.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of dark spaces with that. Tonight, Cavs, Guardians. Bri, I do have a debate food topic. There is a website that came out with 14 debatable facts, and you and I are going to get into them. It is my turn tonight for trivia. And then, Bri, I wanted to pick your brain a little bit because I have been watching a little bit more of the NBA playoffs than I have in the longest time. And I want to get your brain on this, and we're going to do our top 3 NBA fan bases.
Ooh, okay.
What we think are the top 3 NBA fan bases.
I got you. All right, yeah, I'll come up with some good ones.
So let's get this show started. You got any shout-outs tonight, my brother?
No. I'll probably have a few next week, but yeah, I can't think of anything right now. So go ahead.
I can't think of anything either. What are your bets for tonight? To be honest, Mike, my bets tonight. What's going on, Legend? Thank you for joining us. We got a whole bunch of other people in here too. My bets for tonight, Brian. I mean, I think it's going to be a muddy game. I really do think it's going to be a muddy game.
Like the under?
I don't know. The under is so low, though. I think
no, it's not. 211, is it? Maybe.
Yeah,
it's not too low. I think. Well, it was probably close to that last game. Every game, the winning team has scored in the hundreds.
Let's go with this. I like the Cavs tonight because I think they figured out something they got to do, even though they suck away from home. But I'm going to go with the Cavs because they're plus 107.
4.5.
Yeah,
to win outright.
Yeah, money line. We're going money line.
No, it's probably higher than that. Plus 130, 140, something like that, I would guess.
I'm going to go with James Harden, 6+ assists. I'm going to go Donovan Mitchell, 30 points or plus. And probably my last one.
Ooh.
This one's probably going to shock some people. I'm going to pick Max Strus, his over-under points, whatever that is.
Probably 6.5, maybe.
No, it's got to be higher than that.
No, I don't think. I would guess it's not. But you tell me. I had him for 2 threes or the other night, and he went like 1 for 6. So I was a little bummed about that. Yeah,
not good. Let's pull it up here. Let me get everything. So it's plus 142.
Okay, money line plus 142. Yep, that's probably about right.
So let's see how this works out. So plus 142. We're going to go assist. James Harden, 6+ points. Donovan Mitchell, 30+.
It's going to be plus money.
Strus. Oh, it's going to be a lot of plus money. Max Strus. What's Max Strus here? Max Strus over under 8.5.
8.5. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to hit the
3
over. Hit the over for that one.
That'll be big. We need them.
Right. That 4-leg parlay right there is plus 850.
Is that all? I would have thought more.
That's all.
So okay, yeah, I would have thought that would be higher than that because a lot of that is plus money.
Well, with the exception of, let's see here, Max Strus over under is minus 104.
Okay, so that's about even.
James Harden is minus 247 for 6 assists.
Oh, okay, wow. Okay,
and
I got you.
Donovan Mitchell points is plus 132 for 30 over.
I'm surprised at that. You know, when was the last time he scored 30+ on the road in the playoffs? Has he done it this year?
I don't think he's done it this year. Now, last year he did.
I don't think so. I don't think so either. That's why I'm surprised that's not like plus 250.
Yeah.
But they're probably just thinking he figured something out with how he was filling it up the other night. I got to believe.
Yeah, he set a record with the most points in the second half. He started out first
unbelievable.
Half. I mean, obviously we're getting into the show now, so let's just get into the
show. Why not?
The first half.
Hold on. You got trivia or something?
Oh, I do have a trivia.
Yeah, let's do trivia and shout out City Dogs.
Okay, I shouted them out at the beginning, but trivia is brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. If you can volunteer. If you can adopt, please adopt a dog from City Dogs Cleveland. And if you can't do any of those, donate. They take all sorts of donations. They take pet food. They take toys. They take leashes. Anything that you can to donate to a city dog, please do it. Here comes the sounder. All right, Brad, we're going to be talking about them in our food debate here coming up for Fat Boy Tuesday. But, Bri, this kind of shocked me. And I'm going to ask you this and see if you knew this. When was the first Oreo made?
Okay.
And we're going to do it. Hey, We're going to do it by decades. Okay. Make it a
Okay,
little
good.
easier.
Good. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay. I got you. I got something.
All right. So that is brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. Please adopt a dog from City Dogs. We will be bringing up some City Dogs back again. Justin, you are off on that one by about 20 years, 25 years, somewhere around there. So give you a little hint in the comments if you saw Justin.
I figured. No, I didn't. I figured it's got to be a long time ago.
So let's bump the Cleveland headlines and then let's get this show started. Right, the last time we talked, the Cavs were down 0-2. It looked bleak. Looked like nobody wanted to play. Came back home, did some home cooking. Series is tied 2-2 going into Detroit now for Game 5. Bri, I think the last two games, they finally figured out how to stop Detroit. Plus, also playing at home, you get a little bit of homer calls here and there. But I think they finally figured out the way they have to attack Detroit on defense. Especially that second half when they came out Monday night and went on a 22-0 run right out of the gate. And 95% of that was Donovan Mitchell just doing whatever the hell he wanted. And it was nice finally seeing that, Bryce. So Game 5 tonight, we're back in Detroit. What are your expectations for the game tonight?
I don't. I try to be positive. It seems like a lot of people, when it comes to playoff basketball, like you win one game and completely change their mind, and so I don't really get caught up in the game-to-game stuff. I'm looking at the series as a whole. Like when we started against Toronto and we started 2-0, and everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna sweep them." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. Prove to me on the road that you can win a game." And so I was a little like, I picked the game to go 7, the series to go 7. So far, I told you last week I thought maybe the Cavs might steal one in Detroit, and then Detroit would steal one in Cleveland. But it's kind of being 2-2. It's kind of where I thought it was going to be. But I don't. So the big story right now with the Cavs is very good at home, not so good on the road, or at least can't close. Like, we're not getting blown out on the road, so it's not like we're two different teams. We're winning close games at home. We're losing close games on the road. I mean, what would you like if you had to really, put your thumb on why that is? Is it just officiating, or what do you think? We're just more comfortable at home?
I think it's just we're more comfortable at home, Bri, and and that's for every home team. But also, you said it on here multiple times. The role players play different at home. Yeah. If you think about it, if you take out Careless Vert's first quarter, first half, I mean, the Cavs would have blown them out if it wasn't for Careless Vert. Also, flip side, if you take out the Evan Mobley and Jared Allen game in Detroit, Detroit would have blown us out. So I'm starting to see how this, and you know as well as I do, it's all in runs. And you just got to, somebody's going to go on a 12-0 run. You got to be able to come back on a 12-0 run. So it's a series of runs. But I think what I'm liking so much right now is I'm loving seeing the adjustments from Kenny Atkinson that we didn't see last year, Bri. Last year, he was stuck on his lineups and everything else. And this year, it seems like he is more free-flowing, where he will throw out, I saw a lineup with, what was it, Merrill, Strus, Harden, Schroeder, and Mobley. And I'm like, the hell is this lineup out here? Then I see one out there with Tyson, Jared Allen, Mobley, Merrill, and Mitchell. And I'm like, all right, like, geez, what the hell? So yeah, it was it's a little different, but I mean, I'm loving the second half adjustments. I'm loving all the adjustments. I love the adjustment they did to Cade Cunningham. I love how they're guarding him now and not letting him dictate the game anymore. And I think with that, to be honest, Brian, even they got away with a whole bunch of holding and hugs and everything else in Detroit that we got away with here in Cleveland. So I'm kind of curious how the refs are going to do this game tonight. Are they going to actually let them butt it up, let them get physical, let some fouls happen that shouldn't happen, or are they going to be a little bit more strict like last night when I was watching the Spurs? So I think it just comes down to matchups tonight because, I mean, I didn't think that I think we have more talent, but I think Detroit is more of a team like Indiana was last year. Does that make sense?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So I think that we have the talent, but I think Detroit gels well together while we're still trying to figure out how to gel well together.
Yeah. I feel like we still haven't really seen the Cavs play their best.
Like we haven't seen 100%, right? Like we've seen
and I'm not questioning their effort or anything like that, but it feels like we're still underperforming. Other than obviously Donovan Mitchell doing what he did in the second half, that was the difference in the entire game. He took his game to the next level. We haven't seen that type of performance out of him or any Cavs player this entire postseason. So that was great, and that's kind of set you up for success in the second half. But for me, I try to think it through and try not to oversimplify it. But for me, it just comes down to the physicality again, which we've been talking about, and everyone's sick of hearing about us talk about it. But like on the road, yes, the home team is always going to get more calls than the road team. That's just kind of how it is. Maybe not 100% of the time. As a matter of fact, I think, this guy who's officiating tonight's game, Scott Foster, is maybe notorious for kind of making it either favor the road team or go 50-50. So that kind of benefits us. But yeah, like when we're playing in Detroit's going to get more of the calls than Cleveland is. And so what does that mean? That means Detroit's going to be allowed to be more physical with Cleveland. And so that's how they end up winning those first two games. They're more physical than we are. When we come back to Cleveland, okay, now Cleveland's going to start getting more calls. So what does that mean? That means this physicality that Detroit was getting away with in Detroit, now they're calling it a little bit closer. And so that's why, you kind of negate Jalen Duren because he can't push Evan Mobley around anymore. He pushes him. Evan Mobley, goes, a foot, 2 feet away from the hoop, and they call a foul on Duren, to where, you get away with that physicality when you're the home team, but not when you're the road team. So it depends. And I hate that it's this way, but maybe it's just speaking to how close these two teams are, to where if you're going to let guys play more physical, then that is an advantage for Detroit. If you're going to call a little closer to try to give Cleveland an advantage because we can't match them physically, that's when we're going to start shooting a bunch more free throws. That's when their guys are going to start getting in foul trouble. And so, unfortunately, we only have we need 2 wins, and we only have 1 game left in Cleveland. So that's why I picked the Pistons in 7. I kind of still feel that way. Just unless now Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, these are the guys that are the catalyst. We really haven't seen Evan Mobley. It has been great defensively, but offensively, he looks like Jared Allen. I was looking at his box scores, but he hasn't broken his high is 17 points, which I think what he averaged in the regular season, it had to be 17.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Hold on, let me pull up the stats. You keep going.
So we'll get into. I have a lot to say about James Harden and Evan Mobley, but yeah, I was looking at Mobley's. He had 9 that one game, 9 points, 1 rebound. And the next day, everyone wants to talk about how we lost the game because James Harden had 4 turnovers. Like, too much of the time, people let their personal feelings for athletes dictate how they grade athletes.
Mhm.
Like, James Harden's an easy target. You know, he hasn't been here very long. He's been a journeyman off the court. He's, not a saint by any means. And then Evan Mobley is a super nice, guy who's been in Cleveland his whole career. So it's hard to hate on him. But yeah, it blows my mind that people want to blame James Harden for trying to make a play, because Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, those are the 2 guys that can make plays on our team, not this all-star superstar that we've been waiting for. And Evan Mobley, he can't get his own shot. Like, his best offense is hoping that a smaller defender gets on him and then backing down that defender. Like, other than that, he's Jared Allen. He's dependent on other guys setting him up for dunks and 3-pointers.
Big Mike is in here. He said, keep the turnovers down and don't shoot 20+ threes in the first half.
Yeah, it's a fickle thing. 3-pointers. If you're hitting them, you love taking them. But if you're shooting 20%, you're like, you guys are nuts.
So Bri, here's the stats from the last game for Mobley. Yes, he only had 17 points.
No, last game he was fine. Yeah, he was great last game. I'm talking like the 2 games in Detroit when he gets pushed all over the place.
If we get that Evan Mobley, then we win the series. But the question is are we going to get that for an extended period of time
in Detroit? Like, will they? Yes, when Duran's pushing him around, will they make those calls? Because in Cleveland they make those calls. In Detroit they do not.
But have you noticed that they've been attacking Duran right out of the gate with Jared Allen and Mobley, getting him in foul trouble?
It's hard to say. I can't say for sure I have, because all these first quarters run together. And a lot of times, if I see we're down by 8 or 10, I'm like, all right, let me try to do something else or something until we get back into it. So, yeah, I give Evan Mobley all the credit for his defensive prowess on Jalen Duran, but I'm concerned when the refs start allowing more physical play.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Because last game he was great, and that last game it was in Cleveland, and last game Duran's got in a little bit of foul trouble because if you're taking that physicality away from his game, that's especially going up against Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley's a more talented player, but Duran kind of is more physical, and if you let him get away with that physicality, then he's gonna probably look pretty good against Evan Mobley. But yeah, it's just gonna be, that's what's frustrating as a Cavs fan, is it's just gonna kind of depend on how the whistle is blowing, because one way greatly is an advantage for Detroit, and the other way is a giant advantage for the Cavs.
So, Brian got it up here. The 2 games for Mobley in Detroit. First game, he was 14 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. And then the one that you're talking about, it was 9 points, 1 rebound. He had 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's averaging almost a double-double for these games with points and rebounds, and then you sprinkle in his defense. I mean, Bri, he's
no, he's not averaging a double-double. He hasn't reached 10 rebounds in a game yet. He hasn't reached 20 points in a game yet.
I said almost a double-double.
No, you factor in the 1 rebound, that brings his average rebounds down to like 6 or 5.
Bri, he's getting 17 and 8, 13 and 8, 14 and 9. It's close to a double-double.
Oh, I see. But you're throwing out that 9 in 1 game?
No, I'm not throwing out that 9 in 1 game. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, so far in this Detroit series, he's not hitting his average points. His average points for the year are 18.5.
Right.
But
He hasn't hit that once.
Yeah, but if you factor in the defense, I mean, let's see here.
Yeah.
First game he's got 2 blocks. Next game he's got 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 5 blocks. Steals. He's got 3 steals this past game, 3 steals on the game that he was shitty in. So I mean, he's never going to be the unicorn we want him, or the Cavs wanted him to be. He's never going to be that guy. But can he get you a double-double? Can he get you 20 points and 10 rebounds? He sure can. Like, if he does, that helps out the team.
So this is another thing that I've thought of. Who would you say is the Cavs' second best player? We agree Donovan Mitchell's the best player, and it's not close. Who's the Cavs' second best player right now?
As of right now, it's got to be James Harden.
Not a lot of people would say, based on, unless your expectations for James Harden are super high.
Mm-mm.
That's what I'm like. Evan Mobley should be your second best player. We shouldn't be counting on a 37-year-old that we traded for in February to be our second best player. But because Evan Mobley has not made the strides that we were hoping for, at least offensively, now we have to rely on 37-year-old James Harden. That's why everyone's crapping on James Harden. The 2 people you should be crapping on is Evan Mobley for not getting an offensive game, and Kobe Altman for waiting so long to trade Darius Garland that all you could get for him was a 37-year-old aging superstar. Like, if we traded Darius Garland, when he had some trade value a couple years ago, that would have been the time to do it, to where you can get something back in return. And so, like, after game 2, after we were all thinking the Cavs just can't compete with them, we're not going to win this game or this series, like, everyone's wanting to crap on James Harden because he had 4 turnovers. And he had 1 at the end of the game, which the one at the end of the game, if you go back and watch, he beat his defender and he got to the rim and he passed it to Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen fumbled it. And then they had to kick it back out to James Harden. And then he had to do it all over again. And that's when he turned it over. So had Allen caught it and scored it, we're not having this conversation. But yes, James Harden is an easy target. But my anger is because you just want to, throw a blanket over him, say he's the problem, and not address your real problems that I feel like we've been staring at right in the face since the Knicks series a couple years ago, because you have 2 soft big men who aren't really threats on the offensive end. And I give credit to Evan Mobley for developing a bit of a 3-point shot, but
even though it takes him 35 seconds to get it up,
he loads it. It's like loading. Okay, got it.
And like, that thing comes from his ankles, and it reminds me. Hey, it reminds me of the double dribble one where you hold it for so long, and then you finally release it at the end.
So yeah, I'm getting it off my chest now, because I had so many hours of listening to sports talk with Cleveland, and everyone's calling in just crapping on James Harden, and I'm thinking, like, Evan Mobley got 9 points and 1 rebound, and people say, yeah, he didn't have a very good game, but let's talk more about this guy. Like, James Harden shouldn't be in a position to where we have to rely on him as much as we do. It should be Evan Mobley that you give the ball to and say, go get us a basket. He can't do that. He's basically Jarrett Allen, but a better defender, and a 3-point shot. I don't want to take that away from him, but his offensive game, that's if we end up losing this series, I would point to Evan Mobley as his game not taking that step to why because he's more talented than Duren. He should be able to take him away from the basket and make some moves on him. But my God, Jalen Duren, I didn't know about his if I could build a player for the Cavs, I would build him. Like, he's a monster. Like, we need somebody like that in the post. we can't have two skinny guys who don't like contact down there. We just need one massive dude who can push everybody around to play alongside Evan Mobley. And I think that would help his game out because that would mean he could float a little bit more and cut to the basket a little bit better.
Are you surprised? And I've been watching a lot of the playoffs, like I said. Are you surprised that, especially for Evan Mobley, obviously his backing down, and he tries to back down. Don't get me wrong, he does try. How has he not developed a little baby hook? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he can't get down that far, a nice little baby hook, just to throw it up over top of somebody, because it always seems like he's trying to drive in and do a layup or something of that nature. When he's as tall as he is, he should be able to throw, except for, if Wembanyama's guarding him, because that alien's like 9 feet tall. But he should be able to do a nice little baby hook over top of people and get an easy 2 points that way. Like, why has that gone away from a big man's repertoire over the years? Like, get Brad Daugherty down there and show him how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't know if it's just his lack of development in his own game personally, or if that's a coaching thing. Duncan Robinson is out for tonight's game, so that's a big
that's a big blow for Detroit.
Big blow for them. Yeah, he's a pretty good shooter.
But also he's their defensive guy. He's their raw, get in the face, kind of like Max Strus guy for them.
Yeah. I mean, he can go on a 9-0 run in 3 shots. So yeah, that'll be a big development, especially if Karis LeVert isn't hitting like he was the other night.
Let's
Let's
bring it back to James Harden, and I want to bring this up to you. I think the reason why, and I understand your frustration with everything, but I think the reason why is, the NBA, everybody knows Evan Mobley, but Bright, everybody knows James Harden and knows what James Harden can do. So I think that's why everybody's scrutiny is on James Harden right now, because he is the savvy vet, even though he's 37, but he's that savvy vet that, like, you shouldn't have 7 turnovers, man. You should know better. You shouldn't be doing the stupid little things that you're doing as you're driving down and driving it off your foot, and just little things like that. I think that's the reason why people are going after James Harden and not Evan Mobley, is because Evan Mobley doesn't have that name brand yet. He's not the Donovan Mitchell. He's not the James Harden. He's the, third tier. Like, would we get pissed off at the big three if Kevin Love started doing some stupid shit like James Harden, or Evan Mobley? Like, we were happy if Kevin Love had 20 points and 10 rebounds, right?
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, at that point in time, you got to think of Evan Mobley as the third amigo, and Mitchell and Harden are Kyrie and LeBron for this championship run.
Yeah, that's a good point. Meaning, like, I talk a lot about narratives around here. Like, once there's a narrative out on you, then people just bring that up nonstop. And so the narrative on James Harden is he shrinks in the playoffs. He can't get past the second round. And so, like, the national media loves to grab a hold of these narratives and just shove them down your throat. And there's a trickle-down effect to the local media, because James Harden... Donovan Mitchell too, but Donovan Mitchell, a bad game for him is 22 points. So he becomes an easy target that way. And you're right. Everyone around the country knows James Harden. Everyone probably had a NBA interaction, be it their team or a rival's team had James Harden. Whereas Evan Mobley, he's maybe more of a local topic. Like, they talk nationally about Evan Mobley, and maybe half the people might not know who you're talking about, or they might say, this guy doesn't even average 20 and 10. Why are you talking about this guy? But locally, we certainly talk about him a lot, and my frustration with him is just the fact that his offensive game and even rebounding, like, he should be a 20 and 10 guy. at this point in his career. I understand he's close, but I feel like there's so many games where I look at the box score, he has maybe 5 or 6 rebounds, and like, I don't know if Allen takes some away from him or what, and
You got to
but
think that's the case though, because they're both down there.
yeah, but then you look at Allen's, Allen doesn't always get 10 rebounds. I see these guys like Andre Drummond getting 14 rebounds a game, and I'm like, when he was in Cleveland, everyone said he sucked. And he's doubling up Evan Mobley in rebounds, but everyone says he's and so again, with the narrative, people just want to sit in their takes from 4 years ago and not really adjust anything. But yeah, I don't think Evan Mobley will not get any better. My concern and my issue is by the time he gets better, when he's 26 or 27 or 28, Donovan Mitchell's going to be past his prime, and our window has closed. And now Evan Mobley can get 20 and 10 on a team that wins 27 games. It's like, well, we had our chance, kind of like when the Browns went and got Deshaun Watson. That was their window. They made a move, completely blew up in their face, but, they tried to go for the gusto, to go for the championship. And that's why, maybe a move for Giannis could go terribly wrong, but sometimes you have to understand that your time is now, and you have the superstar, second best player in franchise history right now in his prime, and you might only get a couple more years out of that left.
Now, I do have to ask, his season is over. He is a free agent.
Oh, yeah.
He has not announced he is retired. Would you think LeBron James at his age, Bri, at his age, would be able to come back to Cleveland for one more championship run with this team?
I think for sure, absolutely, the Cavs should pursue him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know because any Cavs fan who says they don't want LeBron is just an absolute. Okay, you want Dean Wade starting at your 3 over LeBron James starting at your 3. Like, give me a freaking break. And I know there's financials and picks that we probably have to give up, but
he's a free agent. There's no picks to give up.
Oh, is he?
It's his decision. Like, he is a free agent. So
he could sign with Cleveland as soon as the free agency starts for $2 million if he wanted.
If he wants to.
Wow. So yeah, I didn't. I was unclear on that, but if that's the case, then yeah, you go hard after him. But like I've said in the past here, LeBron is way more LA than he is Cleveland now. Mm-hmm. So LeBron, in my mind, LeBron needs the Lakers much more than the Lakers need LeBron. So I think LeBron's going to talk it up like, I don't know, maybe the Lakers, but LeBron wants to be a big deal. Everybody love me. Everybody treat me like a superstar. I want to hang out with, these A-list celebrities, and he wants that lifestyle, and Cleveland can't give him that life. He wants that lifestyle to me more than he wants a championship. And so that's why I think he will stay with the Lakers.
Okay, as of May 2026, LeBron James has concluded his 2-year, $101 million contract with the Lakers and expects to become an unrestricted free agent.
Well done. Good call. I didn't know that.
So, and the thing is, the reason why I kind of like this is because, a lot of rumblings are coming out that him and Luka don't get along, even though, they say that. Also, if you look at the Lakers, they're going in a different way than what LeBron probably would want to go to, because they're kind of doing this Luka and Austin Reeves, and the team is set up weird for him there. Because at the time, it was, if you watch that, it was like throughout the season, it's like, okay, LeBron, we don't need you to do much. But then it became playoff time, and it was like, all right, we need you to be LeBron again. And he put the team on his back and he tried to carry him as far as he could. But that's also without, another superstar and Luka Doncic beside him. Also, other people were out. You didn't have a big name to go with him. But if he comes here, you would have James Harden. You would have Donovan Mitchell. You would have Evan Mobley. You'd still have Jared Allen. And LeBron James would be your 3. I mean, if you think about that, and the good thing is about that, you have 4 guys now being able to control the ball up the floor with Mobley, Harden, Mitchell, and James.
LeBron, yeah.
So you have 4 guys being able to do that. And plus, the wear and tear on him, he could give it to Mitchell and let Mitchell do some work. Like, he doesn't have to be the LeBron of old. He could be the LeBron that we need him to be here for, with the veteran presence, with the championship run, also with him and his knowledge of the game. I think it'd be a setup for a perfect scenario for Cleveland to, hey, next year, LeBron James comes to win a championship his final season as a Cleveland Cavalier and then retire into the sunset.
Yeah, and secretly in the back of my mind, that's what I'll be thinking if the Cavs,
right?
Yeah. Well, if the Cavs if we go on and win a championship this year, he's not coming back because he doesn't want to be like Kevin Durant. Even if we go to the finals, he might not. He doesn't want that Kevin Durant narrative that he's ring chasing. Even though coming to Cleveland might have a different twist to it because he's from here. He played here for so long. A lot of people thought he wanted to end his career here. So it must might be convenient timing for him. So if we do get bounced in this round or next round, that might leave the door open a little bit for him to say, okay, let me come back to my hometown team and get them over the hump, because they can't get over the hump the way they've been constructed lately. And, him coming back, I couldn't imagine a better fit, because like his parting gift to the Cavs, his parting gift to Cleveland could be like him. If there's somebody who could get toughness out of Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, I feel like LeBron, certainly has the cachet to do it. Whereas these coaches, Kenny Atkinson, JB wasn't able to do it. Like somebody who's almost like, if you remember The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, like maybe not being that big of an a-hole to your teammates to where they're going to punch you and fight you, but just being hard on these guys and, hopefully knowing how far you can push them, because, whatever we've tried with those 2 guys hasn't worked. So having a Hall of Famer, having one of the best ever, if not the best ever, a legend in this city to come back and really get on these guys, that you have to be tougher and you have to work like this and you have to treat your body like this, put time in the weight room. That could be a best case scenario for the entire team. But again, I'm not getting my hopes up too much about that, but if you allow me to dream a little bit, I think that would be unbelievable. That would be certainly something that could push us into major title contender.
I mean, if you think about it, against a Thunder, which is a really good team, Bri, he played almost 40 minutes a game. All right, scored 24, 19, 23, and 27, but also adding in 12 points and 12 rebounds in one game, 8 assists in another game. So he's pretty much doing it's a 25, 5, and 5 he's doing at his age right now. And for the regular season this season, he's only averaging 20 points, Bri. 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists is what he's averaging for this year.
Yeah, and him getting away from, I thought about this today, which might be a negative for him coming to Cleveland, but him getting out of the East or out of the West, where you have the Spurs, you have Wemby, you have OKC and SGA, and those powerhouses, You would think that would be a good thing for him to get out of the West. But then what I thought today was, is he going so far to think like, well, if I end up playing those teams in the finals and I lose, will that hurt my legacy? Because what people bring up all the time is
Justin brought up here.
Yeah, MJ was 6-0 in the finals, and LeBron is 4-6 or 4-8 or something. So one more loss in the finals could that hurt his legacy again? And again, it goes to people like Justin and these people who love MJ, who love the narrative that somehow making it to 6 finals is better than making it to 14 finals or something like that. But in their mind, that's the narrative. That's what they concoct. This guy never lost, and you probably have the same argument if Tom Brady only won 4 Super Bowls and Joe Montana went 4-0 and Brady went 4-10 or something like that. It doesn't make sense to me. Well, he lost in the conference finals, so that's not as bad as losing in the finals. When did we get to that point? I don't know.
James asked, would Bronny find his way here? I'm sure if LeBron
I would think, I would hope.
I would think Bronny would be coming.
What a great story for Bronny too, because he grew up in the area. He's got friends in the area still that come to see his games. That'd be awesome for him, I would think.
And Justin said he's ring chasing to try to pass MJ. To be honest, Justin, I think that's past now. I think there was a point in time he was ring chasing, like when he went out to LA. I think that was the ring chasing that he thought he was going to get out in LA when he first went out there. But since then, I think that's where it was. Now, I think he is more concerned about his oh, geez, here he comes. Okay, he goes, whoa, back that ass up, Becky. I was just saying he's trying to catch MJ. I said nothing about the GOAT or anything like that.
Who's the GOAT?
Jordan.
Oh, well, I don't really think I don't think it's about catching Jordan, to be honest. But LeBron has always been about, if this team that surrounds me, I don't believe can win me a championship, I'm going to go find a team that can win me a championship. That's why I left Cleveland, because the players around him were clearly not good enough to win championships. So we went to Miami. That fell apart. He came back to Cleveland. I believe he saw a young nucleus in Cleveland surrounded by him and Kyrie, and he thought, okay, I can win here for a long time. And then Kyrie did what Kyrie did, and he's left holding the bag. So he's like, I got to find another way to do this. I can recruit guys to LA much easier than I can recruit guys to Cleveland. Plus, with, this isn't baseball. There is a salary cap and second apron. Maybe not at that time, but you had to factor that in. And so I understand why he did what he did. But if you're going to say he's ring chasing, then just go to the Spurs or go to OKC and win yourself a ring. To me, that's what ring chasing is. Not coming to a team that can't get past the second round of the playoffs.
And Justin came back with win him a championship, not he win them a championship.
Sounds like a Michael Jordan fan argument right there.
I thought Justin was asleep. Normally he's asleep by this time, and I hear the grief the next day, and he heard his ears were tingling.
He knew we were going to have the MJ LeBron debate, so he was all ready.
The hair on the back of his neck was standing up. He heard it. He felt it all the way down in Kentucky. And he said, nah, Bri. Nah. All right.
That's good. That's good. What do they call it? Summer hack topic. Keep that in the holster for about
for this summer.
2 months from now.
All right, Bri, real quick before we get into Fat Boy Tuesday. The Guards made a trade for a catcher and sent Bo Naylor down to AAA. Bri, your thoughts?
Very excited when I heard, hey, they're upgrading the catcher position. They traded for a 2-time Gold Glove winner from the Giants. Pretty good organization. But then I hear this guy can't hit either. So I haven't dug into what his stats are. But if he hits above 250, I'm on board. If he's hitting 220, 215, I'm like, great. Traded Bo Naylor got rid of Bo Naylor for a slightly better Bo Naylor. So
Yes,
what is it? What's he hitting?
All right. So the thing is he is more of a defensive catcher than he is an offensive juggernaut, especially winning a 2-time Gold Glove, which Bo Naylor is kind of lacked right now. But Bo Naylor hasn't been hitting worth anything. So let me
he's been god awful. So
he's been god awful.
Same with Austin Hedges, hasn't hit for years.
Yes. What Austin Hedges is hitting like 500 right now.
Really?
Well, he was. I got to double check. So as of right now, okay. So, he finally got to start today. He had 1 RBI today. What's today? Is today the 12th?
Okay. 13th.
13th. So he played yesterday. He got 1 RBI. Bri, he is only 26 years old. Okay.
Okay.
Career stats. And the thing is, now I want you to hear this. So the past 3 years with the Giants, from 23, 24, 25, he was batting around 230. He had 50 RBIs pretty much in each of those 3 seasons.
Okay.
And then what happened was there was a log jam in San Francisco with catchers. Because they got 2 others. So he didn't get as much playing time in San Francisco this past year. So he didn't get the at-bats that he wanted. So if you think about this so far, he had 400 at-bats the past 2 years with the Giants. Last year, he batted 222. He had 55 RBIs. He had 91 hits. He struck out a lot last year, 33 strikeouts. But from what I'm understanding is he's here to learn from Hedges and be a new Hedgie for us, which I am super excited about because I think we need a new Hedgie.
So will he be our everyday catcher then? He'll be our starter?
I don't know if he'll be our starter. I think it'll go between him. I think it'll go between him and Hedges.
Oh,
I really do, Brian.
Okay.
Because Hedges has got the defense, and also he's got the.
But this guy's a 2-time Gold Glover.
I'm not saying he's not, but
so they're both very good at defense.
Austin Hedges this year is batting 278.
Okay, look at that. Good for him. Give credit where credit is due.
278, 1 home run, and he's got 4 RBIs.
All right, hey, you know me. I'm a sucker for a good batting average. You hit above 270 in today's major league. And I think you're doing pretty good.
God, he's 33 years old today. Well, not today, but he's 33 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, oh,
God bless you.
Wait for it. One more.
Oh,
yeah,
and again.
There it is.
God bless you.
All right. I'd like to trade, and you got to send Bo back down. They thought Bo was going to come up and do something, and Bo's just kind of meddled. He hasn't been the offensive guy that we thought he might be, and lately his defense has been kind of shaken. Mm-hmm. So, and it shows them, hey, they're not giving up on Bo. But it's one of those ones like, hey, you've been up in the pros for 3 years now. You got to figure out what's going on with you, and you got to get back to some basics. And sure. I think this might be a reset because if you remember, Santana had that too back in the day. Santana came up as a catcher, didn't work out for him as a catcher. They tried him out at third base, did not work out at third base, and then next thing you know, he's playing right field and first base. So it might be a position change for him. You
Okay.
never know. You never know. But
Is that
I'm
the
not
case?
saying,
Okay. All right. I'd be excited for that. Yeah. If it's not working, try to fix it.
all right. And Justin just texted back. I'm texting Justin. I said, you and Bri have got to have
I didn't mean to start this. Yeah. Who brought this up?
I was like, you guys got to have a show together. And it might be, hey, I might be the referee and I might just mute you guys when it's starting to get a little too violent, and we'll bring it back in. And
Get violent. I think Marco Jordan's a very good basketball player. I just think LeBron is better.
All right, Brian, you ready to get into Fat Boy Tuesday and get some food in us before we get the hell out of here for the Cavs game, which is started right now? Is it on Peacock or?
No, I have it on. Well, shoot. Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, ESPN. Okay, yeah, it's about to start here.
By the way, you still got the Peacock, right?
Oh, yeah, you the man. Even though it turned out to be a loss, I still enjoyed watching it. They tied it up, so I had some excitement.
Plus, you and the wife can watch Parks and Rec and other stuff.
Well, what did I hear today? Dutton Ranch, the Yellowstone is on there, huh?
Starts Friday, and it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, that's Oh, yeah, okay, Paramount. No, I don't have Paramount. Peacock.
Paramount.
Peacock. All right, I'll find some good stuff on Peacock then. Office, Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, there's some good stuff on there that you'll like. We'll text a little bit later, but let's play the Fat Boy Tuesday sounder as we get into some food debates that kind of right up me and Bri's alley.
And now, it's time for Fat Boy Tuesday.
Now, Bri, I found this article, and it was from pretty much last fall, okay? And it's 14 never-ending food debates. Now, we always have our food debate with Justin. It's a hot dog or taco. But this one, I want to see where you're at, where your pulse is at on this one. So right out of the gate, very first debate, pizza. Fold it or palm it?
I usually do not fold my pizza because I don't usually get the real thin crust stuff. Mm-hmm. I think that's when you have to fold it. So I don't fold it, so I guess I palm it.
So, Bri, I think for me it depends on the pizza place.
Right.
If it's Papa John's, I fold it just so I can dunk it in that garlic butter.
Gotcha.
And that tiny little cup they have. Obviously, Jets. If we get Jets, you can't fold that shit.
You can't. No way. That's like folding a notebook.
That's a no bueno on that one. I saw that thing today with a hot dog popsicle.
That's a corn dog.
It is a corn dog.
Yeah, that's all that is.
That's what. So you are a palm it and not a fold it.
I believe so. Yep. If I had to pick between the two, I would say palm it.
All right, here we go. Here's another fun one because it's, according to Wendy's, milkshake and fries, dip versus don't.
You're saying milkshake or you're saying frosty?
It's just, we'll just say frosty.
I guess it doesn't matter for me. No, never once have I thought that was a good idea. Dip your fries.
Have you done it before?
I'm sure along the way somebody convinced me that I have to try it, but typically, no, it doesn't cross my mind.
Okay.
Not a big frosty guy. Blizzard over frosty, milkshake over frosty.
Okay.
If I have no other ways of getting ice cream or soft serve, then I guess I go with frosty.
So can we persuade you into next time when you go to a certain establishment to try 2 French fries in your milkshake?
I will.
Okay.
But I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be bad, but I'd rather enjoy them separately.
Oh, Jesus, Justin, that sounds fucking horrible. He said no is a hot dog bun and an energy drink frozen. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
My brain can't even comprehend that.
Nope. All right, here's another one. Bri, I've had it both ways. I'm pretty sure you've had it both ways. Chili, beans or beanless?
Beanless, for sure. I will do
You go
beans.
beanless?
Beanless, yeah, absolutely.
Shit.
10 times out of 10. My wife won't even eat chili if it has beans in it.
Oh shit, I'm on the other side of this one, bud. Chili
Yeah.
have beans in it.
I would agree with you that if you're saying a chili, it should have beans in it. But my preference would be take the beans out.
Oh shit. Well, just the text message I just got, that means the refs are calling it tight for Detroit right now, huh?
Well, it's 6-0 Detroit.
Yeah.
Well, no, they changed it to a 2. 6-0 or 5-0 with oh yeah, foot's on the line. 5-0.
Okay, so best way to PB and J, Bri. How do you build your peanut butter and jelly? And the reason why they brought this up is that do you do the peanut butter on one slice, jelly on one slice? Do you do peanut butter on each slice and then put the jelly in the middle? How do you build your PB and J?
I'm not going to hate on the other ways because I do probably agree that there's a better way to do it. But what I've always done is just peanut butter one slice, jelly on top of the peanut butter.
My God, so I have Justin in here with chili must have beans. If not, it's tomato soup for me. And I got James in here. Chili with no beans is better. But James, you're on the west side. So we
It's
got
a Cincinnati thing.
Well, it's not. He's more Lima. I don't know what they do there.
Oh, I see.
But and Justin said bread, PB, jelly, PB, bread. All right, so that's how he does his sandwich.
Yeah, like I said, I think that sounds pretty good to me. It's just not how I do it.
Not gonna lie, I'm fat. I do a triple decker, so fuck all you.
Well, what about? I mean, the next question would be creamy or chunky.
Or crunchy.
Yeah,
If
crunchy.
I have to have. I'm trying to wean the kids over to the crunchy peanut butter, Bri. I am
They're
trying
creamy?
my damnedest.
I don't.
They
I
look-
just can't understand how anybody would be creamy.
Well, people are like that, Bri. People are monsters like that. Just like Justin is a monster for not eating meat.
Missing out.
Okay. Oh, and also, yeah, I forgot. Justin doesn't eat meat, so yeah, chili for him is just beans.
True. Yep. It's bean stew.
All right, next up on the list, Bri, goes back to pizza. Pineapple on pizza.
I don't have a strong take on this. A lot of people are very passionate about it. To me, it sounds a little weird. I've eaten it, and it's okay. So I don't have a huge problem with it. So I would say no.
Okay.
But I've had it, and it's not bad.
Okay. There's a specialty pizza that I get just for me every now and then, and I don't get that often. And
Okay.
I'll share this pizza with you. It is jalapenos, it is banana peppers, it is bacon, and it is pineapple.
That doesn't sound bad. A little
get the
sweet, a
hot-
little spicy.
Little sweet, little spicy, little salty. So yeah, that's that. I call it my little firehouse. My fruity tooty is what I like to call it.
Is that going to be on the menu? The Jared's Fruity Tooty?
It might be. It might be.
Where do you get it from? Or you just wherever?
Wherever. Well, if I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it right, there's a place over here called Arturo's and a place called Giovanni's here in North Homestead is where I'll get it because for some odd reason they don't skimp on the toppings. So like you get it loaded up, but I remember the first time I got it and my wife here we go. Now we're going down a wormhole, Bri. You remember when oh God, I don't think it was it Blaze Pizza?
I know of Blaze Pizza, yeah.
There was at the time there was a pizza place set up like a Chipotle, and it was downtown. And I can't
That's
remember.
Blaze.
Was it
Well,
Blaze?
I don't know if it's I've been to a Blaze in Pennsylvania, and that's kind of how it was set up. Yeah, like Chipotle.
So
Walk
we
through
went
it.
downtown. I don't think it was a Blaze. I think it was a different chain, but it was like their version of like, Neapolitan. It was a stone oven up to like 1,000 degrees. You put
Mhm.
everything you want on your pizza, and 5 minutes later, it
Oh
comes out.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember the name of it because it's gone now.
Didn't
They don't do it anymore.
they had one before Firehouse Subs was there over by
Mhm.
Jose's place? That
Oh,
was that a Blaze or that might have been something different? I
it
can't
might have been
remember.
something different. But anyways,
It was
that's the
similar.
original. I went there with my wife and me and Tony and his wife, and
Uh-huh.
I got that. And my wife's like, she goes, "Why do you like this?" I was like, "Because you get the spicy, you get everything else." By the way, Tony took a bite of it, loved it. I knew he would. It's just
Oh yeah.
it's the spicy with the sweet, and you get the citrus with the pineapple. You get the hot from the jalapeno, and then you get the bacon in there to make you feel like a true fat ass.
Have you ever thought about putting hot honey on it? Or you're not on the hot honey kick
I
yet, are
haven't
you?
had hot honey yet, so I don't know.
You're missing out.
All right. Next up, Brian, we're going steak. Well done or not well done?
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot for interpretation there. I don't want a well-done steak, but I don't want a rare steak. Somewhere in
No,
between.
but that's what it's well done or not. I can't do a well done steak.
No, I don't know who would. Not many people out there.
Well,
I would
some
prefer it more well done. Like I said before, if medium is 50%, I want it like 60%.
So you want a medium well is where you like your steak.
Correct. Yep.
I like mine medium rare. So we're kind of
You're 40. I'm 60.
yeah. Here we go. Here comes the Oreo debate. Bri, split versus bite.
I usually bite. I feel like again, you need it goes back to the meat to bread ratio. It's a sandwich. It's meant to
Okay.
be eaten like a sandwich, not pulled apart. Like, would you pull apart a peanut butter and jelly and just eat the peanut butter and just eat the jelly? No, you eat it together.
Bri, the only reason why I bring this up is 12-year-old me would split that shit, eat all the fucking icing, and then go back to the cookie. Or be an asshole like my kids and just eat the icing and just leave the cookies, like they've done a couple times to me, little bastards. But and also, you got to have milk. You got to dunk an Oreo, right?
Oh, that's almost the only way I'll eat an Oreo anymore. Milk
All right.
or ice cream.
Well, all right. Here's another one. Let's see here. Justin said, but yeah, I think in a blaze, jalapenos are not that hot. Even I know that a steak is medium rare or medium. If it's dunk, bite. If not, split. All right, Justin.
I feel like you're just a victim of the marketing, because I feel like that was a marketing thing. Like, okay, here's what it's in all the commercials. This is what you do.
I know,
but which is fine. But I don't know. I wonder how many people would have come up with that by themselves.
All right, Brian, you ready?
Yep.
Sandwich half. Do you do the rectangle or the triangle when you cut your sandwich?
Good question. Important question. I'm not opposed to either. I usually cut it 2 rectangles rather than
The triangle.
corner to corner. Yeah, I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like I'm getting gypped by the triangles, because you take one bite of a corner, you take one bite of the other corner, and it's like 2 half bites. And then it's like, I'd rather have 2 meaty pieces of sandwich.
I see what you're saying on that. I get you. For me, I think it depends on the sandwich. I think if you're going out to a restaurant and you get like, the super club, I want that thing cut in half or cut like a triangle. But if I'm at the house, if I'm going out to eat, I want a triangle. But if I'm at home, it'll probably be right down the middle.
Right down the middle. What about burger? This is such an old man thing. I feel like that. Yeah, that I'm starting to do, and it's scaring me. I'll cut my burger in half sometimes.
Shut the fuck up. Don't you
Yeah,
ever
it's,
do that again.
you're right. It's such an old man move.
Bri,
It
what the
scares
hell-
me that I'm there at my point in my
Why-
life, because I remember my
why-
dad used to do it, and no.
Do we need an intervention? Why the hell are you cutting your hamburger in half?
I'll still eat both halves.
No, I get that. But why are you cutting it in half?
Sometimes it makes it easier for dipping. Like I usually if I'm going out to dinner and I'm ordering a burger, sometimes it'll come with like some sort of special sauce or barbecue sauce on the burger.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a sauce guy. I like the condiments. So my trick is I ask for the sauce on the side because I feel like you get more that way
Mm-hmm.
rather than just expecting somebody to fill it up.
Why don't you
So I cut it in half because it's easier to dip it in the little cup.
Okay, but why don't you just take off the top of the damn bun and pour the sauce all over the top of it?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
I still feel. I feel like the sauce. I feel like the sauce gets lost in the bun and all the toppings. I feel like I can enjoy the sauce a little more when it's right on the outside, right for me to see. Maybe it's a visual thing. I don't know. Call me crazy.
Oh, Jesus, Brian. We're gonna have to talk about this later. This is going to be another debate at another time. We can't do it tonight. Justice said grilled cheese is a triangle, other sandwiches squarish.
Yeah, I agree. Grilled cheese triangle. I do like that.
Bri, Justin asked if you're wearing a rug because your hair looks like George McFly's hair from Back to the Future.
I cut it yesterday.
Dude, I'm not.
Oh, did it? And it's
all right.
It gets a little crazy underneath the hat.
Like he's grabbing and pulling, Justin. It's
oh yeah.
It's
I'm not trying to win any beauty contests here.
All right, next up, Bri. Spaghetti twirl versus cut.
I feel like twirl is the way to go. Cut gets too messy, especially with a fork. It just falls off. Yeah, it's a bad way to go about it.
You know how Guy Fieri has his sandwich hunch where he leans over to bite a sandwich?
Uh-huh.
I do the same thing with my spaghetti. I twirl it, but
Slurp it.
there's some that are like leftovers that are just
you have to.
out there.
Right.
And then I just bite that off as and obviously, mess.
Yeah, that's the problem. You get these little red dots all over your white shirt. And you're like,
fine.
the heck?
That's why I don't wear white anymore, Bri. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
I don't wear white anymore.
I have not. No.
Okay. Next up, Bri, how do you say pecan? Is it pecan? Is it pecan?
I think I'm pecan. Yeah. I don't feel like I say pecan. I feel like that's too aggressive. Pecan.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that say it that way.
I know. I think that might be a Southern thing.
Now, here's the next one that I'm curious of your. And Justin says pecan. Of course, Justin would say pecan.
Yeah, he's in Kentucky, so that would make sense. All right, Cavs tied it up. Jared Allen going to the line.
Ketchup, Bri. Pour versus dip.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me ketchup or catsup. Pour versus dip.
So if you have French fries, are you moving your French fries to the side, pouring some ketchup down, and dipping it in there? Or are you
absolutely.
pouring the ketchup on top of the fries?
Top? No way. Way too messy. Yeah, I'm dipping.
Okay. I normally dip, Bri, but if it's fair fries, that's a whole different ball game.
Okay. Yeah, I could understand that.
Whole different.
Yeah, if you're sharing fries with your wife or something. Although my wife is not a big fan of ketchup.
If I'm at a fair or a festival, it is that malt vinegar, it is salt, and you just pour the ketchup right in that container and you go to town.
Now you're talking. Vinegar on the fries, really good. Pepper and vinegar. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. All right, cereal. Milk first versus cereal first.
Cereal first. I have never been someone to do milk first.
All right, I am cereal first too. That way you know how much cereal you need to get your
exactly
float on. So I do it with like Raisin Bran. I put it in there, watch it come up. I'm like, all right, starting to float. Perfect. That's a perfect pour.
Exactly. The problem is sometimes like Raisin Bran or something you start pouring, it'll hit it and it'll deflect the milk and it'll go outside the bowl. That can be a problem.
All right. Justin's agreeing with us with that. And he said no ketchup on French fries. Okay. He's
Oh,
probably one of those guys that probably puts mayo.
that's that, or that says you can't put ketchup on a hot dog. What are you, a Nazi?
Well, I say that, and you are a Nazi if you do that.
Yeah.
Bri, brownies.
Don't worry about it.
Edges versus centers. Brownies.
Edges for sure. You get the gooey and the crunchy. Come on, Merrill. There you go, Sam Merrill. Tied it up with the 3.
Hey,
Sorry.
I'm edges too, because those hard edges, I dunk in milk like an Oreo cookie.
Oh, now you're talking. I didn't. That's next level.
All right. Ice cream. Lick versus bite.
I feel like I'm. Well, it depends on the situation. If you got a cone, you got to lick it. In a bowl, you got to bite it.
All right. That was the last one. If it's a cone, the first thing I do, Bri, is I do the top. And it's not even a bite or lick. It's kind of like that open mouth kiss you do when you're like 8th grade. You don't know what to do with your tongue. You're like,
all right. I think we've run out of things to talk about here. Yep, we're good. We're good.
Like you don't know how to French kiss, but you're trying.
Right. Thank you. Yep. I'm glad to hear.
I love it.
Hear the joy that your wife has to go through on a nightly basis.
Oh God, the joy. That
Good night. Give me a kiss. Good night.
Like a grizzly bear trying to get something.
Just
all right,
falling into a frosty.
All right, let's do our top 3 NBA fan bases. We'll get out here and go watch the Cavs game. By the way, Bri, score.
We might be up 2. Schroeder just hit a layup, so we're close. We're not getting blown out in the first quarter, so that's a plus.
Right. How much time's left in the first quarter?
A couple minutes, maybe 3.
Okay. Let's do our top 3, and then we will close out
commercial right now.
All right, Bryce. So I've been watching a lot of NBA playoffs because obviously I got Prime and Peacock. Kudos to me for having those, I guess. But I wanted to get your opinion because ebb and flows, people change, everything else. But I want to know what your thoughts are on the best fan bases in the NBA. Because obviously it's not the Miami Heat because they can't fill up an arena to save their life, because obviously they have better things to do in Miami than go watch a fucking basketball game because it's Miami. But Bri, give me your top 3 NBA fan bases.
Yep, I got you. My number 3. I didn't love doing it, but I gave it to the Celtics. I gave it to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
You don't love doing it because the same reason people say how great the Steelers fans are. Well, no, duh. Your team wins more than they lose. It's easy to be a fan of that team. When your team has 17 championships like Boston does or whatever they have, it's easy to be a fan of that team. So, but, nonetheless, they're a good fan base. So they're my number 3. Number 2, I went OKC. Maybe it's recency bias, but I feel like they're the only show in town. If you want watch a professional team in that city, you have to be a fan of basketball. So I've been impressed with what their fans have done over the last few years, even though they stole the team. So I should dock them points there. And then my number 1, I'm assuming that we're taking Cleveland out of it because they would be number 1 for both of us because we both love the Cavs. My number 1, I had to give it to Indiana Pacers. Basketball's just kind of different in Indiana.
Okay, you and I have got some different ones. I like it. I like it. So number 3 for me, Bri, Has got. I went OKC as number 3 because I mean that's
Okay.
the only thing you got Oklahoma. So we do have that one. Number 2 for me, but watching San Antonio and the
Yeah, I had
Spurs
him as honorable mention.
and San Antonio Spurs and Brian, number 1 for me, and I have not met a fan of this team that isn't an insane fan of this team. And it's the New York Knicks. Those people are fucking crazy.
That's fair.
I mean,
They
I'm
are.
being serious. Like, hey, Celtics, Lakers, I give you guys all the credit and everything else. But man, Knicks fans are just a different breed. I mean, I feel like Knicks fans are like Browns fans.
Yeah, the reason I dock teams like, well, Chicago, I feel like
Well,
they're probably not bad. They're bad fans,
Chicago
but
hasn't been relevant since the
right,
Jordan years.
you're a Michael Jordan fan.
Yeah.
You're not a Bulls fan. Most of them. And then teams like the Knicks and the Lakers. There's always something in the back of my mind that's like, well, are you really a sports fan, or you just want to go to these events and be seen and sit at?
Oh, I'm not talking about the events. I'm not talking about Spike Lee sitting on the sideline. I got like 3 friends that are Knicks fans that live in Cleveland, and I'm like, you guys are crazy.
Yeah. But there's just, for me, there's a lot of teams in New York, so I haven't had personal experiences with Knicks fans, so to know how crazy they are, because certainly if you're a crazy diehard Knicks fan, you really haven't had a whole lot to cheer about over the last 10, 20, 30 years. So yeah, that would check out.
Yeah, not even close. And text messages. All right, Brian, let's close out the show. I did give you a trivia question.
Yep.
Of give me a decade when the first Oreo was made.
Isaiah Stewart hit back-to-back threes. That's ridiculous. We're down 4. So my thought was Max Strus hit a nice 3. But no, well, that was before.
Oh, okay.
Merrill, wide open 3. Come on, man.
Hold on. Strus, how many points does Strus have?
I think that was his only 3. All Isaiah right. Stewart hitting back-to-back threes. Give me a freaking break. So now I was thinking like back to, okay, maybe they started. This is something that kind of came about after people started getting poor at the Great Depression, 1929. So I said 1930s.
Justin said 63.
You said he was 20 years off?
Well, the first one he said was 30. Right?
The
first Oreo was made March 6th, 1912.
1912, right around World War One, huh? Wow. Can you imagine? Just imagine how terrible that was, I bet.
What, the cookie?
Yeah, like the very first Oreo. Just imagine how
first off the line Oreo.
Yeah.
I bet you as a kid, they loved them. As an adult, you're like, what are you talking about, kid?
Donovan's down, so I'm sorry.
Like down?
He was down, but what did he do?
Probably not.
Oh, he rolled his ankle trying to run back on defense.
Well, that's what he gets for playing defense. Stop playing defense, Donovan.
No, it was after he hit a layup, and then he stopped to run back down the court, and he rolled his ankle on like a cameraman or something.
Kick that cameraman.
I know. He's staying in, I think, so he's all right. But tape up your damn ankles, man. He rolled an ankle the other night. Game 3.
I mean, Wimby's got like braces all the way up to his knee.
Oh, yeah, Wimby. His ankles are like a foot tall.
Oh, right. I do have to admit something. Last night, and I brought it up today when I was talking to Big Mike on his show, Game Time 216. I watched the game last night between Minnesota and the Spurs, and I watched Wimby take a 3, and Gobert closed out on him, and Wimby came down on top of Gobert's foot,
Uh-huh.
I need to know the size of the feet of that man. Like, it has got to be bigger than my fucking forearm, Bri.
I would
Like,
imagine it's not
it's
bigger than
like
Shaq. Otherwise, we'd
it's
hear
like
about it, right?
it is like, I mean, it's got to be
20?
I
At
don't-
least 20, right? At least 20.
Okay, so what Victor
Shaq was what,
Wembanyama
22? I want to say Shaq was 22.
Wembanyama wears a size 20 and a half.
She's got small feet, man.
Yeah, no shit. Shaq wore a size 22.
Yeah, I told you. Yep, I remember that.
Shaq wore a size 22. But man, Brian, I wear a 10 and a half. I mean, another,
Double both your shoes together.
yeah, like I'm being dead serious. Like, he could pace. Hey, I'll tell you what, if he works at a golf course and tries to pace off a putt, Jesus Christ, he's going to be off.
Could you imagine hitting the golf course after him and seeing those footprints in the dew ahead of you?
Like, you guys got a pterodactyl out here?
Yeah, is there Tyrannosaurus Rex on this course? What the hell is going on?
What kind of Canadian geese do you guys have?
Yeah, I wouldn't be hitting into that group anytime soon. Well, what we saw Zildrunas on the course one time.
I know. Yeah, and that was the funniest part. I'm like, he's not that tall. I'm like, you realize the cart path is like 5 feet below where he's standing now, and he walked up to, like, how do you even get golf clubs to fit you that size?
I remember he had a lime green T-shirt on that, or lime green golf shirt. He looked like a praying mantis. I thought, like, he was just. Well, and speaking of the Cleveland athletes spotted at the country club, I got a text about a month ago about your quarterback playing out there.
Oh, we can't talk about that, Bri.
Is that confidential?
I have signed a contract with it. I'm not.
I heard how bad his tee shot was on number 11.
I can't talk about it on social media. But what I can say is there was a conversation between me and a family member of yours and a couple other people that included our dump, the excavator, a hole, and possibly a Tanya Harding sighting.
Oh my gosh! Oh well, I saw where he lives. He lives right across the street from Pepper over there.
Yeah, he does.
Right next to
whenever he's home,
University School there.
Yeah. Whenever he's not in Cancun or Miami or
that's true. Yeah.
Wherever he wants to be at. I mean,
your part-time home for however many $1 million, $20 million part-time home.
Yeah. Because
obviously
he hates Cleveland.
Could you lead you to playoffs? But that's a discussion for another time. We're not an hour and a half in.
Are you talking about playoffs to this season?
I heard some things that Jim Schwartz said to an Ohio State alum, and he thinks he might be back. Yeah.
Our former defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz. All right, we'll dive into that next week. When we
this is way too long to be bringing this up, especially when the Cavs are now tied up beginning of the second quarter.
All right, we'll bring Coach Riz on next week. Join us next week. We got Coach Lance Reisland joining us as we talk Browns with him and talk about possibly conference.
Yeah, we'll know at that point. Game 7 is Sunday, if it happens, I think.
Well, we'll find out next week. So thank you guys all for watching. Justin, everybody that's in here tonight. Bri, God bless him, my friend.
God bless you. God bless America. Go Cavs.
And we will definitely see you next Tuesday. Thank our troops and first responders for everything you guys do.
Easy buckets.
Easy buckets. There you go.
That's right. All day.
And we are definitely uncorked, unloaded. We're out. We will see you then. Have a great night.